Caitlin. Oh, this is when you get, so my daughter just got her wisdom teeth out. I need to come home, I can't take this anymore. That hurt like a butt cheek on a stick. That's my kid. Okay, let's start this tutorial, shall we? What a way to intro your tutorial. All right, that is my child. All right, I'm gonna pull my hair back. This tutorial straight up gonna be what is the difference between contour versus bronzer? How do we apply? And how do we make it look good? So here we go. It's amazing the difference that makeup can make when we add a little bit of dimension. So the makeup that I'm using today is called 3D Foundation. This is only in the US and Canada. It's from Seint Beauty. So everything is in one compact, and I gotta build this compact however I wanted. Wanted to make it easy without digging through a dadgum makeup bag. So here we are. If you can't get Seint, because it is only in the US and Canada, I want you to take the theory that I'm using with everything that I'm doing, and I want you to practice it with your makeup. One of the easiest things that you can do is cream foundation if you can find you one that you like. Our consistency is unlike any other makeup that I've ever seen out on the market, but cream foundation is gonna be as close to acting and moving with your face that a makeup needs. Now, I don't mean moving as in just sliding off your face, but I make a lot of faces. I got a lot of wrinkles. We move it a lot, we talk a lot, and it has that movement. When you have a foundation that actually can help add that depth to it, we're good to go. So right now, I just wanted to show you, back when I right before I started wearing this makeup, I would put my foundation on. I had my It Cosmetics, ta-da! My It Cosmetics. I had my Hoola, and I had my MAC blush. And so I had a liquid and 2 powders. And when I would put the makeup on, I'd put on the foundation, and my foundation would all just be flat, like one color, and it was just, you know, there's not much going on. No matter what makeup you wear, it's gonna start out just flat one color, right? And one of the reasons that I do like to contour first, and I like to bronze first, and I like to do all that before I add my foundation on is because immediately I see depth to my face. So right now you're seeing everything just flat, like just one thing on my face. I don't have a face that naturally has all these chisels and sexiness and like square jaw and all of that. That doesn't reside on this face. So I need dimension, and that's might be you too. So how do we add that dimension, and how do we know what to do? So I have a lighter bronzer with me right now, and then I have my contour. If I were to take my 2 fingers and put these in places, they're gonna be in 2 places, right? They can't be in the same place. Never do they need to be in the same place, because one is dimension, one is warmth. So dimension and warmth that we have here. So we have our dimension that is a contour that I'm placing right under my cheekbone, and we have bronzer that is to add warmth to the face. So with those two, when you go in, okay, this angle was not my best, I'm gonna be honest. But so when we put these on, they do need to be different. So there's a trend going around where people are taking their contour, and instead of placing the contour under the cheekbone, which is what it's for, it's to add a shadow, they're placing it on the cheekbone. And then they go in and they contour, and then they go in and they add a blush. So I got my Rainbow Bright going on here. You got a lot of things going on. And then you go and try and blend this out. And like, what are we doing? What are we solving? You might as well have just put blush on the whole face. Like, what are we taking care of when we do this? Even if we go in and we contour better than that, and we have this contoured line, like, again, what are we solving? So my goal for you today is to know what you're doing with your contour and your bronzer. We're not gonna take the 3 and we're not gonna place them in the same area because that's defeating the purpose. But there is something that you can do. So the reason why with this trend that's going on with placing the contour so high is because people are realizing that we need more depth, because faces can look really flat depending on your face shape and depending on your face shape when you're watching this. So if you're somebody with a round face, square face, oval face, heart, whatever, your angle does need to change. So there's a couple key things that you could pay attention to. But one of the key things is when they're saying place this, let me just start fresh here. So we're gonna pretend that we have this tiny bit of contour right here. It's right under the cheekbone, okay? What people wanna focus on when they're saying, now I want you to watch this. When they're saying, let's take our contour and place it on the cheekbone instead of under the cheekbone, check this out. Here I am on the cheekbone. Look what just happened. I did right under the cheekbone, and then I did what this is trending on the cheekbone. It creates this diamond if you were to fill it in. When I blend that out, I am getting more depth in my face, but I'm getting this makeup right under my cheekbone and able to blend that out, and now I'm creating more depth in my face. Now, when I blend this, if I'm not careful, which I am a little bit more out here than I wanna be, so I'm just gonna tone this down and bring it in. Right when I put on this bronzer, it is now going to sit, because now it's gonna come on that cheekbone, and now it's gonna hug that contour right up against that, but now we're adding that warmth to the face right there, and we're still keeping that shadow. So I can continue to put these, here's some contour on my forehead. So I have a very oval face, so it's okay for me to put a lot of contour across my forehead. If I had a tiny forehead, or if I had a round face, I'd wanna put it more on the edges and on the side. So your face shape is gonna make a difference with where you place your contour, but you are gonna find, that's another video, you are gonna find those places that you contour, and then you can go in with your bronzer and add in some bronzer to add in warmth. So bronzer's just where we wanna add warmth. So think of the areas that you get sunburned, okay? Think of the areas that you get sunburned, and that is where you can think of bronzer. Because okay, what if you really got sunburned? But just think of the key places. Okay, so now we've added in that warmth, and now we can go to our blush. That's our next step, that we can go to the blush. Now the blush is gonna sit in the same place as the bronzer. And you can either bronzer first, or you can blush first, and do whatever you wish there. So now we're creating, if it gets a little too heavy, I can go in. Like, that's what I love about cream foundations, is if it gets a little too heavy, you can always soften it out or add just a little more of something to just minimize that. But now we have a beautiful flow and glow with the makeup. So no longer do we have what's going on here. Instead, we have now taken, I'm gonna do it with the brush this time, our contour, and created this area in here, and then triangled it up to here. And we're just gonna blend, stipple, sweep, however you need to do it. Okay, then I'm gonna take my bronzer, and that's gonna ride right up above it. See, I just added that warmth. And then I'm going to take my blush and add that right where that warmth was from the bronzer. Now, let's talk a little bit about where else we can place bronzer and contour. So contour can also go along the jawline. Let me clean this up right here. Again, why I love creams. You can clean that out. Okay. Now, I'm so warm here, right? I'm just warm here, and there's nothing going on here. So contours, you can go along that jawline and you don't go above it, but you go right on the line. And I can do that nice and slow and clean. So if I'm getting jowls, I'm fine. And then we're going to pull this down. Okay, so that's adding that little bit of warmth as well. Do it to the other side. And again, come right in here. So if I were to go like this, like you can see that line, but you want to go right where you naturally create a shadow. And then we're going to bronze. Bronzing, you hit your chin, and I like to pull down because this area is always lighter, so just adding a little bit of warmth makes such a huge difference. And if ever you have that line, just blend it out just a bit. And what's ever left on my brush, I will come in here and just blend with it. So then it just warms up my whole face. And pull down. And then it can just, everything can flow into it. Bronzer you can use as much as you want or as little, as much as you like. But we just blend it out. And that is that. So what's the moral of the story today? The moral of the story with bronzer and contour is that they don't go in the same place. Your bronzer is meant to add warmth. Your contour is meant to add dimension. Your contour is going to be something that creates so much depth. And when we filmed this at the beginning of this video, I had no depth. And we just were able to add in that three-dimensional look with the 3D makeup that Seint has. Now with this, I added in warmth and I added in this shadow, but they come in two different places. You're gonna get the triangle effect that's gonna go with what the trend that you're seeing where they're applying the contour so high by placing it under and then just sticking to the back part of the face and not bringing so much contour forward. When you can stay in control of your contour with it not going in so much forward, you're still following the trend and you're getting it in the places that you want that's gonna make a difference. With your bronzer going right up above that and your contour sticking under that bone. I hope this helps you. If you have questions, which you might, make sure you ask them below. If you ever want to get a custom color match from me because you don't know what colors you can wear with Seint makeup, then you're just gonna look in the description below, but you go to fitmissionmakeup.com. There's an example photo there of where you can submit your photo so that you can get a color match and you're set. I'll take care of you telling you what colors for Seint is best for you. If you can't get Seint, if you're in another country or you just choose not to, I hope that you can follow these theories that's gonna help you with your makeup. And comment below too if you did try it out with your makeup and it helped you to be able to obtain the look you're going for more with your makeup. Again, we want to create dimension, add lift. We're doing lift, we don't want sag. Adding lift to the face, adding that dimension, and you're going to be set with your contour and your bronzer and everything else that comes with it. Have a great day. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I will put those right up here above, and I will also put them in the description below. Anything that you see, you can probably most likely find in the description below as well. Ring that bell, subscribe to the channel, and have a great day.